Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our second ever Engagement Excellence Summit. Just before I came on a minute ago, the team at the registration desk told me that over 600 of you have checked in already, and that's 600 people from every single different industry across the UK, which is absolutely amazing. So, the Engagement Excellence Summit, I'm so honored to be hosting an event that means so much. And it brings together HR leaders, people who want to make a positive impact in employee engagement at their organization, and also change makers who are playing an active part in making HR history. So we're so excited about today, and Reward Gateway has been running the Engagement Excellence event series for the last decade, and its goal is simple: to inspire, to connect, and to share thought leadership across the HR community, very much like today. But the summit is our biggest event, and it's not only our biggest event of the series, but it's also where we get to reflect back over the last year what award-winning HR leaders have been doing to fundamentally change the way they treat their people. We get to connect with like-minded HR people, and we also get to become inspired for the year ahead to go and make some positive impact in our own organizations. So I mentioned this word a second ago, change maker. What does a change maker mean? Well, the trusted Google told me, change maker is one who desires change in the world, and by gathering resources and knowledge, makes that change happen. That's good, isn't it? I see lots of you nodding your head. I'm sure that resonates with lots of us today. So today, we have 600 people or more in this very room. No, we have 600 change makers in this room who want to build and engage company culture, who want to change the way they treat their people, and who want to really make a positive impact in their own organizations. So I want to say a huge, huge thank you to each and every one of you for joining us today, for taking a leap of faith in the name of employee engagement, and for joining us on our journey, because together, we can make a positive impact, and together we can change the status quo. So can I have a round of applause for everybody in the room? So why do we care at Reward Gateway so much about this? Why do we do what we do? Why do we run this big event? Why do you all here? Well, this is our mission. Every business has a mission, but we really live and breathe our mission. Let's make the world a better place to work. It's a pretty lofty mission, right? Some of you probably think, well, how do you do that? Well, look, we support our mission, and everything we've done over the last 14 years has all been based around that, and there's 3 different ways that we support organizations with this mission, and we really, truly live and breathe it. Firstly, we have our technology and our products and our services that we support HR with. Right? So we know that when HR buy our products, that we're helping to make their corner of the world a better place to work, whether that's through employee recognition, benefits, well-being, communication, or surveys. And we know that when employers unify all of these solutions into one centralized place, not only do you bring to life your employer brand, but you become an employer of choice, and you show your employees that they're truly valued. And then we've got our content and our thought leadership. So put your hand up if you've read any of these books. Wow, that's about half of the room. That's great. The one most of you will know is Build It, The Rebel Playbook for World-Class Employee Engagement. And the 2 other books, Crave and Bringing Your Values Out to Play, which is actually one of our breakout sessions a bit later. But the reason behind this content and the reason it supports our mission is it's there to help support, because we know all of us in HR, no matter if we're in the same industry or something completely different, we are all going through the same challenges. So it's here where we're able to document some great findings from some real change-making case studies of what people are fundamentally doing to change the way they treat their people from some of the most successful organizations around the world. And the final piece, we support our mission, the 3rd area, is the RG Foundation. So we know there's millions of people around the world who aren't lucky enough to find secure work, whether that's because of their background, their ethnicity, or their gender. So we created, a couple of years ago, the RG Foundation to support organizations both here in the UK and around the world to make the world a better, fairer, safer, and more equal place to work for the people that really need it. So, what we're all here for today, the summit. We've got some great sessions for you. It's action-packed day, lots of sessions, lots of learnings. And one thing I can promise you is by the time you leave this very room, when we're all here at 4:45, you're going to be leaving with your heads full to the brim of new tips, tricks, and new ideas that you can go away and make a positive impact in your organizations. Does that sound good? Come on. I know I haven't got an outfit on, but does that sound good? Now that's an engaged energy. That's it. Love it. Let's keep that going throughout the day. So our team have worked really, really hard. And our marketing team, actually have another job. They are in the marketing team. And they've actually put on this event. It's huge. So can we have a big round of applause quickly for the team as well? Thank you, team. They weren't expecting that, but thank you. So they've worked really hard to create not only quantity today, but also the quality of the content, so you can really go away to begin to make those engagement metrics begin to rise in your businesses as soon as tomorrow. So we've got some great keynote speakers for you today. We've got Kylie Green, who's going to be coming up shortly after me in a second. We've got Bruce Daisley, Katie Emmett, Sevi Rahimova, and Margaret Heffernan. I know we're really, really looking forward to all of these sessions. We've also got 5 different breakout tracks, and lots of you would have booked in sessions in all of these. They're the 5 pillars of the key areas of employee engagement, and you're going to be able to hear from some great thought leaders, as well as getting some game-changing case studies. We've also got the Summit Basecamp, so hopefully you all came in through Basecamp. The way to get down there afterwards is just down here on your right-hand side. My left, your right, really difficult to remember. So what you need to do is when you go down there, you'll see that you'll be able to get some more deeper one-to-one support. If you've got any questions about any of our engagement strategies, then you can simply go down to Basecamp to learn a bit more about those. So when you climb a mountain, has anyone climbed a mountain before? Yeah, a few of you, great. You'll know, and everyone needs to know, that you need to have some really robust tools. And the tool that you need today, or you're going to slip off the summit at some point, is the app. So I know when I checked in, when everyone, just before I came on, I know lots of you have already downloaded the app. But if you haven't, please could everyone get their phones out now? If you need Wi-Fi, it's Brewery Wi-Fi, and you need to download this app. So it's rg.co/Summit20app. Don't worry, I won't think I've bored you. Please do get your phones out and download that if you haven't already. It's going to be a really, really important tool for you throughout the day. It's where you're going to see all of the different sessions that you've registered on, and it's just going to help you be able to find your way around with a map on there as well. One great feature in the app is the community. So we know how, and I'm sure you've all been to events that are this big before, 600-700 people. It's really difficult to be able to find all the people that you wanted to connect with and even talk to speakers. So the community is a great feature that we've included, where you're able to think about it as a directory of who's who, where you're going to be able to connect with different like-minded individuals, and you'll be able to send messages and connect with anyone. It will even link you straight through to their LinkedIn, so you can connect later on as well. So I really, really recommend that you have a look at the community on there. So we've had some pretty tough choices on all the different breakout tracks, apart from the keynotes, to choose from today. But don't worry, it was a tough choice. If you've got another session that you would have liked to have seen, because we can't be everywhere at once, we will be recording every single session. So if you walk past a camera, do wave, because it will be filming. And we will be able to share all of that content with everybody within the next week. So we'll be able to get that over to you. And everyone who's come today will be the first to receive that. So, a little bit of housekeeping for the event, really important. Another reason you're going to need the app is when you're booked onto the sessions, you will see here, you will need to have your session registration, which shows, as you can see, this seat saved. That's what you're going to need to show to the Summit Sherpa, which is the Royal Gateway staff, outside each of the breakout tracks. So you're going to need that to make sure that you get into your events. You're also going to be able to, on the app, if you want to change the session that you're going to, we still have availability to be able to do that, as long as there's still some seats on those sessions. And this one's important. Please get there 5 minutes beforehand. Don't get there bang on time. You need to get there 5 minutes beforehand, because we will be prioritizing seats to everybody who has booked in on that session, but it's really important that you get there 5 minutes beforehand, because we're going to give everyone, if those sessions are fully booked on the app, we will give you the opportunity to be able to queue outside about 10 minutes beforehand, and then if all bums aren't on seats in time 5 minutes beforehand, we'll be able to let you in. So please get there 5 minutes before the time on the agenda. So, participating in polls is going to be a big part of the day, and we're going to have a test in a second. So if everyone could get out their phones. So this is everyone. If you've got the app, if you haven't, it's rg.co/Summit20app to download it. But if everyone can get out their polls, after each session in the keynote and your breakout tracks, your hosts in those will also be getting you after each session to be able to give your feedback on these. So let's make sure we're all on the same page. So I've got a quick question for you. If you open the app, down at the bottom, you've got a menu. If you click on poll, as you can see here behind me, you will see that there is one question that we want you to answer quickly. So what is your number one employee engagement priority in 2020? So I see the majority of you looking at your phones, so thank you. So what is your number one employee engagement priority in 2020? I'm just going to give you about 15, 20 seconds to be able to do that. Just want to make sure that everyone's able to use their app correctly. So I'll just show you that video one more time. What is your number one employee engagement priority in 2020? Perfect. Thank you for doing that. And remember, we're going to be doing that after each of the sessions a bit later on. So, the Summit Basecamp. So the Basecamp is going to be the central hub of the Summit. This is where you're going to be able to get a deeper dive, understand more about different products and solutions, and you're also going to be able to find out about market-leading engagement technology and strategy. So I really recommend in all of the breaks, go down there. It's where we'll also be having lunch as well, but go down and learn as much as possible. That's what it's there for. It's the central hub for the Summit today. Has everybody got one of these? Yeah, if anybody hasn't got one, in the Summit Basecamp downstairs at the registration, you will be able to get one. Has everyone got one? Yeah? Perfect. So on here, this is where it's going to give you a map just to break out everywhere that's on the Basecamp for today. So there's something a little bit special with it. On the right-hand side, we have some questions. So it's called the Changemaker Raffle. So what we're going to allow you to do is, in all of the breaks and over lunch, if you go to all of the different booths and fill in the answers correctly to each of the 5 questions, and I do mean correctly, we have some eagle-eyed markers in the team. If you then hand that in before the end of the day, if the questions are all correct, marked correctly, you'll be automatically put in for a prize draw. And we've got some great prizes. We've got £500 Selfridges vouchers, and everybody loves Selfridges, don't they? See, everyone's buzzing for that. We've got Fitbits, Google Nest, and some other amazing prizes. But you have to be in it to win. You have to make it through to the end of the journey as well. And the prizes are going to be announced at the end of the day around 5:15, down in Basecamp in the drinks reception. And yes, you heard that right. We do have a drinks reception because we are in a brewery after all, aren't we? So downstairs, you're going to be able to recharge any of your technology. We're going to have a hydration station. We're going to have a fireside library, lunch, refreshments. It's where we're going to go to keep energized throughout our engagement journeys today. So the Reward Gateway teams are all going to be dotted around in these Summit Sherpa t-shirts. We are a very friendly bunch and we don't bite. So if you've got any questions, if you need to know where to go for the sessions, because we are on 3 different levels. So again, on the app, please make sure you're familiar with where you need to go, but please grab any of the Reward Gateway staff with a Summit Sherpa t-shirt on. I know it's a little bit dark in here, but can I see a show of hands for any of the Reward Gateway staff here? There we go. So you can see there's plenty of us here to help you throughout your journeys. So social media, we love it, we hate it, but I don't think we could live without it, could we? So we'd love to see all of your sessions, highlights, and key learning spread across all of the social networks today. And if you do spread any of those, please use the hashtag NXSummit. That's hashtag NXSummit. Really simple reason behind that. It means that we can spot all of the different posts and then we can connect with you. So again, it's hashtag NXSummit for all of your posts on the social media. So I did say that was the last for logistics, but there's one more thing. So our team has worked really hard to create this Summit Mountain thing. Did everyone get that right? Yes, it's kind of working so far. But we thought, how can we get our speakers throughout the day and the keynotes and all of the breakout sessions, how can we get them involved in this as well? So we asked them one question, apart from obviously having a nice slide deck. We said, can you please think about what song you would listen to get psyched up to climb Mount Everest? So we have embedded those songs into the beginning of every speaker's walk-up. So really get ready to listen out for some very interesting choices. Well, I think that's enough for my introduction for now. You're going to be seeing me lots throughout the day.